really to give me an opportunity to do a couple things, but more importantly, to give up some sad news and bad news for me um, in general. I don't know where you're watching this video from. I will say that I do appreciate though all the comments, the thumbs up, the positive things. Um, but it took me. I have no script in front of me right now, so I'm just there's nothing to really go off of. Just going from what I know. The craziest thing about this company that I tried to have and put out there is that it took 4 years. It took 4 hard, long years. I mean, I sat with maybe 27 different business owners, uh, associates that I knew from the past, to tell them about something that could happen. And when you go out there like that and you don't get what you're really searching for, you always have to second guess your motive, your direction, your intentions. And it's worse for me because I come to find out it never has been about anything about me. It's been the industry. I didn't know. And again, sometimes you make mistakes in life, but you're supposed to learn from those mistakes. And I never. The last thing I even considered was going to a bank and saying, hey, I have a company, and here's my New York State license and this and that, and here's my ability to have a business here, and they say, well, it's not your credit, it's not this, it's not that. We just don't invest in that industry. And that's for like a business loan. It's a personal loan. I'm thinking to myself, damn, why I don't understand. I mean, it's anyway. So after 4 years, I was very, very, very fortunate to be able to call one of my last contacts, and after about 3 meetings, he had me come back out to Elmira, where I was born and raised. That's where his office is at. And he gave me that look and said, Harry, I love everything about it. I think this thing's gonna go big. It's gonna go fast. It's gonna go great. And we started this, and the only fortunate thing I've been able to grab out of this for his sake, I was able to get a patent on the game, so it's protected. So it's not just something that was created. He actually can take this and put it out there. He has the means to do it. I don't know why or what got into the way of him. I don't know. I don't know, but I have to shoot this video today because this is the only way for me personally to go back and review it myself on my own time and understand that I have to I have to quit. No one in life ever wants to quit on anything, and the worst thing to have to quit on is something where you never made mistakes. You've devoted your 100% of your time, your effort, but when you only have so much working capital to work with, you can only do so much. And this game had to have been put into a position that everyone had the opportunity of winning at. It's just that simple. Because when I designed this game, I wanted it that there would be more winners, there would be more excitement, there would be more players. I mean, this table was going to be the world's largest casino table game ever in the history of the industry. Up to 40 players every single second could be at this table. It's not just a table game on the floors either. It was people being able to download an app to have the game and play it for free, and then even attach it to a casino where you're able to play for real. I mean, it was designed to be huge. My notebook was about that thick of everything that we've had. And it wasn't just this game, but I wanted to start with this game for one simple fact is that, when you start out with a company where you don't have millions of dollars to back you up, you're a no-name company, you have to knock the socks off of the industry from the second you're out there. You have to. That's the only shot you're really going to have, because the ones that are out there doing this, they already have the working capital. They buy ideas and developed games from people like myself and put it out there, and they give you the smallest percentage of the return. I understand that. That's the nature of the game. I get it. But I wanted to be different. I wanted to not only have a company that develops, but also a company that distributes. And, maybe I was asking for too much. I don't know. But I shoot this video for a lot of family members, a lot of friends on a personal level that know me. Because, maybe they were right. I don't know. I was brought up in a home where, you don't give up. You go out there and do your best and you work hard. I also grew up in a religion, that told me that, everybody else were wrong and we were right, but then they couldn't tell me anything about my own race. And that was the main reason I left when I was 27. I was born into that religion, but, the worst part, and, I still love my father today, but the worst part was, whenever you hear the words that you're garbage, that's kind of hard to swallow for, a 26-year-old even. I mean, that's an older person. So in your life, you do everything to go against that. You go and, the job of a father is to make sure that their kids are better than what they were. That way, when their kids grow up and become parents themselves, their job is to make sure that their kids are better than they were. So, I'm very proud of my kids. I'm not proud that I had to suffer through some injuries that I didn't expect to have to tackle or deal with in my lifetime. And, I've had my share of jobs in this world, believe me. I had one great career that, everything was going great until the company folded. That was out of my power. I couldn't do anything about that. My most recent job that I had before I was able to jump in with both feet with this company was doing plumbing work. So, I'm sure I can try to somehow get back out there as a 47, almost 48-year-old, to find some more plumbing work. But I have to continue to support this family. And, they knew my endeavors. We were fortunate enough for me to devote 100% of my time to this. A lot of sleepless nights. But I had to shoot this video, and I apologize for being a little bit long, but I had to do this for myself only because, if I don't rewatch it and rewatch it, I'm not going to have any kind of satisfaction of knowing that I gave it, my best shot. None of this is failure because I had a product that didn't work or couldn't get patented or the math couldn't be there. It had nothing to do with any of that. It had everything to do with having working capital, and nowadays you have to have money in order to make money. It's just that simple. We live in a world where we all have to produce just to survive our family, let alone go out there and call yourself an entrepreneur. Go out there and have a product that's going to solve solutions. It's not just having a product that could work. It's got to be able to do better than what others have done. It's the only way it's going to get attention and it's going to work. Then it's got to do what it's supposed to do. And if you know anything about me from, singing, doing karaoke here and there and just having fun with my family, to shooting stupid videos sometimes, playing games here on YouTube and other channels that I've put together because of this company. I like having fun every once in a while, but, life is serious. It's always been serious. And, our job as human beings is to do the best we can. And this has all just been a punch in the gut for me, because that worse than punching the gut. This is like getting your guts ripped out and being told to pick up the pieces yourself. So I failed today because of the working capital side, not because we didn't have the right game for you. My company was called Relevance Gaming, and we were looking to bring relevance back to the casino floor. And not that the casino floor has issues or problems, but we wanted to solve an issue that could have been, and maybe is a problem for casinos, is some of their traffic. You know, this game was designed to just bring people in, and I understand failure. You know, it was called garbage before. Maybe there's something to it. I don't know. You know, I've been fortunate to have a wife for 20 years and 3 kids that, you know, believe in their father. And you know, you realize sometimes the world is not set up for you, and you still do your best to try to fight in that world to somehow win. And you know, it doesn't mean being a millionaire or a billionaire. It just means being able to take care of the things that you have. You know, and I shoot this video to shut myself down so that, you know, I'm gonna have to go back to being myself. You know, I've had the most success when I stayed the most quiet, and I know most of my family doesn't like me like that, but you know, sometimes some of us were born into this world to be agitators, and I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean it in a positive way, where we're here to help make things better. You know, I'm not just talking about this. I'm not talking about the casino industry. I'm talking about life in general. You know, I've always taught my kids, you know, don't ever disrespect your parents, but more importantly, don't ever disrespect yourself. You know, you have to have a form of value in this life, and I don't know what's going to happen, but I gotta I don't know. So I'll probably be getting back into the plumbing industry and trying to do something with that. And I got a son that's graduating this year. He's about to go to college to be a sous chef, and 2 girls behind him looking to do their thing. And you know, you got to keep fighting. You know, this is very humbling for me. Very, very humbling. But I mean, I guess maybe I had this coming. I don't know. But I know this is going to be one of the last videos, whether it's Facebook, anywhere in the world for me. And maybe people are standing up and applauding that. I don't know. You know, my goal, really, I wish I could, is to just find the truth about our people. You know what I mean? But, and I know we have Black History Month coming up, starting tomorrow. But, you know, what good is the history if you can't have a certain pride about it? You know, all the other races in the world are able to have pride. We really don't, because we don't really have a knowledge of who we used to be. I mean, I'm just being straight up honest, but this video is not about that. This video just is, it's about I hate to say giving up, you know, because this is really all just coming down about working capital. That's all it is. That's the only thing that stops me. I mean, I'm still working with a company to have a trial. So, you know, it's not like the game is not going to be perfect for them. It's just, you know, once that trial's done, you know, you have to continue to produce tables. You got to produce, you know, enough working capital to pay for your jurisdictions, for your license in your states. You know, this is a tough industry. And I'm just sorry that I wasn't able to bring this to fruition the way that it should. You know, I did the right thing. You know, even the face that you see that's in the background here, that's the face of the guy that, you know, that stepped up to the plate and decided to invest in this and work with me on this. And you know, I decided to put him in the forefront of this for a reason. You know, number one, businesses normally don't put a face on their company brand. They usually just have letters and, you know, symbols. And to me, I was giving him the spotlight because I thought that he deserved it. But at the same time, I wasn't going to let him down. I'm fighting this with both feet. I jumped in with both feet when I did this, and I've had a lot of escalades from what I was able to do. From the interview I did earlier last year, that was one of the most heard interviews on House of Cards radio. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was amazed. And then we got so many calls from all these casinos saying, "Hey, let us know once the math stat's done. Let us know when the table's ready." You don't. It's such a great feeling. And now for me, the worst feeling that I have is, I have to tell my wife. So I apologize to family. I apologize to friends. Apologize to my youngest brother. And I just want to say one last thing. You're not in my boat. Some kids are born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Some people have that rich uncle. Um, keep shining to the world. Keep taking that and putting it as a power. Money is power, but also, it can hurt people too. There's no one that deserves better than my wife. I'll tell you that right now. And I feel as if I failed and let her down because we were going to be in an industry and have a product that was going to really make a whole lot of noise and change a whole lot of things for a lot of people in a good way. And I failed. I'm sure you'll probably see the game out there, but I'm sure this face, the man that owns this right now, he'll be putting it out there. Um, it just sucks because I'll be watching from the sidelines, and that's the worst feeling in the world. If you ever played on a team, I played football. The worst thing is to know that you can get out there and make a difference, but yet that coach is the one that's going to make that choice, and you can't do anything about that. But I've also been fortunate to be on a team, and I didn't get that chance when I was in high school, and didn't get a chance to go to college because I was told that there was going to be no college based on the religion I was in. Come to find out, the guys at the top all went to college. It's just ridiculous. I can get back into college now. I'm going to probably have to do that on the side outside of doing the plumbing stuff. But you know what? I'm being as honest and as real as I can. You know, um, I don't know what to say. Um, Again, I apologize. And, you know, take this video if you want as a lesson for yourself to say, look, you got to make sure you have all the bases covered no matter what. Funding is probably the first thing in line that you should have. I thought I had it, and it's in jeopardy right now. And because of that, um, everything has changed. And I just want to let you guys know that, no matter what your fight is, don't give up. I wish I didn't have to give up, but I have no control over what we need. And that's it, pretty much. I want to thank everybody on LinkedIn that followed our company and my page.